Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. Me Matt, here before you fall 4v4 for you all here on Recording Spearhead on the eastern front. So it's not Bulligan, it's somewhere in the eastern front. It's doing winter, a somewhat urban map. Let's go for the players. We'll start with the Soviets. You have Orkon straight away with Mortar Strelky. You have Mechanized straight away with Rifle. You have Pooch straight away with Artillery. And Chronic straight away with Shock. We're listening to the Germans today. You have Queen Goat as the Wehrmacht with the commander. Juan with Sturm Tactics for the Waffen-SS. You have Dankemass as Panzerdivision for the Wehrmacht. Finally rounding out, we have Pro Fencer, also as the Wehrmacht without a commander. This is where we get to see a winter map, so we get to actually enjoy the winter skins. Which means we get to see the Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers in their greatcoats. That's something we get to see too often. But I like to see a winter map every now and then. It's also a victory point game. I appreciate. Yeah, we don't get to see enough winter games. I really wish we did, because some of the winter skins are really damn good looking. Pioneers moving up around here. Soviet Sabas also nearby. Realize there might be Germans nearby. And we need to take that point first. Both sides are moving into the town here to try and secure ground quickly. There's going to be a lot of urban fighting on this one. First shot's been fired down here as the Volksgrenadiers encounter some conscripts. We got a good angle on the conscripts here. Also nearby having some Sturm Pioneers to support them. The Pioneers moving about. There were more Soviets moving into the city center. Or town center anyway. Soviets use the destructors to their advantage. Grenade has been tossed into the building. Doesn't hurt the Soviets too much. The Volksgrenadiers might be able to get overrun here. Too many rifles pointing at them. But the Wehrmacht's Volksgrenadiers are doing their best to try and hold the line. We'll have some Volksgrenadiers up here. Germans also moving through the streets down here. We have some Sturm Brigade here from the Wallonians on the field. Unique cheaper alternative unit available to Sturm Tactics. On Saviki, the Soviet army are starting to arrive though. Some more specialized and, well, not really specialized, but some more basic, well-trained infantry, unlike the conscripts. Able to get the work done. Good Molotov there, and the Sturm Pioneers forced them back. And the conscripts will do fairly well in the urban and combat, I think, if they can get close enough with the buildings. More Volksgrenadiers also arriving here. I'm trying to use this building, but a Molotov has been tossed in. These buildings are big, though. But I think the Molotov is working out here to the Soviets' advantage. Grenadiers are tossed in. It looks like the Germans lose that squad there. Some victory points have fallen to the either side, but they still need to get the point down here. So we might have quite a long match ahead of us, potentially. But I like to see victory point games. Victory point games don't usually last as long as normal annihilation games. Usually. Good game so far, though. Already here to start. Lots of action. It is a 4v4, so I'll not be able to watch all of it, because there's a lot of stuff going on across the entire front. Bingo's doing a good job there. Good job there alongside the Waffen-SS. MG-34 is right here for the Waffen-SS to hold down the streets. With the Stormtroopers winter skin here, I think. Using the vanilla Panzergrenadier skin, I'm pretty sure. For the Wehrmacht. So it's clicking some more paths through. Good to see. They're thinking ahead. This point is going to remain in German hands for a while, I reckon. Most of the fighting is going to be over this southern point, or this center point, but Soviets have secured 2 of them, which means they will start to take down the Germans' victory points. It means the Germans have to be the ones to assault somewhere. But the Soviets are bringing in more units. There's more Soviet infantry rushing into the city. They tossed in the Wallonians. Only kills 1. More Soviets are arriving. But they have not been on the point anymore. Also have a squad of Panzerjägers here. In a very cool looking white winter uniform. Trying to blend in with their surroundings. But the Waffen-SS are suffering losses here. Again, so are the Soviets. The Soviets can keep up the losses a lot easier than the Germans can. And we have Soviet infantry trying to push up here against the MG-44. Lots of grenades also being used here. Molotovs going about. But the Soviets are suffering losses here. The Lonians with support are doing pretty damn well. He's being tossed to that second Gewaltladung. Putting a good grenade there off on the Maxim, almost doing it out. We have more command choices. Yes, Professor is taken up, apparently. Early take up. Bingo has gone for Strafdivision, so we have the penal force of the field here trying to hold back the Soviets. We even have some specialized Sturm Pioneers here. Unique 2 Straf. Very good in urban and combat, I reckon. Equipped with PBSHs after all. ND42 trying to set up here in the center. Should probably set up some sandbags here and set up around there, I reckon. Dush gets himself in the structure overhead. There's some good shots there on the machine gun because it has no cover. Just a lot of firing across the front line. I'm also having a lot of firefight here with Sturm Pioneers who are getting around the flag. I hold over the residential area here. But he realizes, oh, but he did the Molotov too early. And allows the Sturm Pioneers to get inside the structure instead. That gets in the range of a lot more Soviet infantry. And a little bit of long firefight happening there. Entry point in the center has been neutralized, so neither side is losing points at the moment. More Soviet infantry is arriving, however. They have been equipped with SVTs. Give them some more firepower. This is a good fight so far. Sturm Pioneers have to pull back down here. I'd like to see Queen go not just retreating, they're actually trying to get around safely before they try to retreat. Trying to get around the angle here. Very good to see. That's a very good unit preservation. Well, that's right here in the center for the Waffen-SS. More still in the Soviet positions. The Wehrmacht is having issues moving up. They are being suppressed down. Over to 2 supporting them. But it's been hit by an anti-tank rifle. They're forced to do back. And the Profens are still taking up. Given some just on the structures, Flammenwerfers being handed out here to the Volksgrenadiers. With the more support capabilities, that's a satchel charge. Destroying that building block. And this Flammenwerfer get out of there. He has to. We also have some shock troops now running to the Soviet Union, being equipped fully with PPSHs. Generally a good call on this kind of map. It's going to be a lot of automatic firepower. So it's laying down tank traps here. They want to try and prevent any armor from getting through this little alleyway by the looks of it. So the Soviets on the southern flank are just going to try and dig in around this area. Church is now ablaze. Who's a satchel charge. And Soviets have secured the Richmond point up here again, but the Germans are going to try and disable it. Some specialist penal troopers here in the field for the Soviet Union. They need to be equipped with a lot of specialized equipment. Great assault going into the structure to deny them. Just now opens fire, but the Germans have deneutralized the point. Just neutralized the point. Not deneutralized. Storm rifles have been upgraded here on the Sturm Brigade, on the Wallonians. The troops also moving about, being a little bit of a nuisance. Those are trying to set up a 40 HQ here. That's a very risky position for one. Especially because an MG42 is to keep an eye on it. Go to the LMG inside there now thanks to the specialist penals. They'll long to reinforce from there, but it'll also become a prime target from the Germans. Now it's become a 40 HQ, but that actually helped the Soviets in the long run. Because now the Germans are just going to try and focus down. We also have a sniper team here. Soviet Union. Using the very great looking Soviet sniper winter model. Probably one of my favorite winter camouflage models. I could do with some cold like the winter because the heat is getting a little bit ridiculous here. Oh, Mechanized! A motorist assault here from the Soviets. Looks like it's not really paying off that well though yet. Udona moving about though. Also using that very cool looking winter. Oh, half-track has been cleared out though with a flamethrower. Good attempt from the Soviets doing an assault here. Also the Germans were just able to hold it for now. Oh. And they're trying to retreat this half-track. Oh, armored car. So they will succeed. Well, that was a little bit of a failed assault. They lost their half-track, which Germans can now utilize. This is Peanuts pushing up for the other road. Especially if Peanuts is suffering some big damage though. The two remains back here providing good support for the Wehrmacht. As Pro-Offensive is just building up the economy of his allies, but he's not really getting a... He's just quick teching up. Is he going to try and get some early tanks to supplement, help push through? Half-track is now in German hands. They're quickly trying to roll it back into their own lines. So we still hold the victory points. As more tank traps being laid. What are the Soviets planning to do? Are they just going to corner off this entire part of the map here? As they float more units to the other side. Shock troopers on the move. Soviets are trying to press more up, but where are they going to try and push here? The shock troopers going to try to push of some kind? Hard to tell. Mines are being led here by the Soviets. Looks like the captured half-track is down the move here. That's a new weapon the Germans can make good use of. Good shots in, but there's a Soviet tank on the nearby. Yeah, a good shot there. Half-track pulls back for repairs. Incendiary mortar rounds now being used in the Soviet positions, which the Germans can make good use of here. Getting some good kills. Soviet lieutenant is now arriving. Also have a baby tiger here, unique to stuff. Basically, it's an up-armored Panzer II, which is very unique. You rarely get to see this one. It is just for a light tank with an autocannon. This thing is exceptionally well armored at the front. So it's going to be very hard to deal with this kind of crowded environment. It is, however, quite slow for a light tank, as you can see. That's the extra armor. Also, we have a Soviet Capitan on the field as well. They're also being called here by the Soviet lieutenant over here. Just bombing apart the street and setting some of the buildings ablaze. We also have some Panzer Grenadiers here for the Waffen-SS. Nick to Sturm, the second SS Panzer Grenadiers. With another very cool looking model with the winter outfits. The 70 on the field here. Looks like it took out the 2-2. We have a Panzer 4H being prepared here by the Wehrmacht. Shock troopers are trying to advance here. America is towards the victory point. We're being tossed, but while this is going on, there's also a fight going on down here as the Germans trying to push the other victory point. So far, not really working out. And up here looks like the T-70 got destroyed. Wehrmacht is going to be able to hold this point very quickly. We also have some Großdeutschland Panzer Grenadiers in the fields. The Panzer Grenadier squad available to Panzer Division for the Wehrmacht. More Soviets just try to harass every now and then. Southern victory point is decapped though, which is to the Germans' advantage. Gives them more time. The Germans are trying to figure out what to do next from here, I imagine. Soviets are gearing up for another push. That's a lot of infantry. They are being hit by incendiary mortars. SW pushes up here, but they are getting suppressed by the MG-34. This MG-34 is actually in a very good spot here near the center. And this mortar's done a lot of good work to support as well. The shells are just landing in from this mortar now. Panzer IV has arrived on the field here. We'll see how Profenser uses it. Not sure what the Soviet sniper team is doing. They're trying to figure out to get on an angle they can actually be useful, I imagine. This MT-34 is just getting so many kills. Sniper team setting up to start a winning fight on the road, but they are being hit back. T-34 76 is arriving though. Now the captured half-track is also being used here. But T-34 can deal with it, taking out one shot there. Now the Baby Tiger does have good armor, but it has nothing that can actually deal with the T-34. So it's oh! Artillery round hit straight on the Baby Tiger, taking it out. That was called by the Capitan, I imagine. That was a pretty big artillery strike too. Building this part of the city. As the T-24 now pushes up here. Punch is coming up behind it. Sturmpanzer is doing their best to hold here behind the Baby Tiger's wreck. How long will that last is the question. Also have a Lieutenant being rushed up here for the Wehrmacht. We'll try and help and see what he can do to try and save this flank. But the Soviets laying some mines here in the flank, very good to see. Which is up there, engineers for all kinds of things. Capitan also in the center here for the Soviet Union. The truck arrives here with more forces, including a major. I think that's a major. We're gonna unload in this area. Oh, church jammed on the T-34-76. I'll force it back for a while. The major is unloading here. And I expect to see a rifle major here in the fields. He's gonna set up his operating, his headquarters somewhere here to the front, near the front line, I imagine. Having been driven up by truck. You know, the Wehrmacht is doing their best to try and hold the line up here. The mines being laid. As the fighting just continues, we have a Raketenwerfer pull up as well. The Panzer IV remains a good little support weapon here. MT-34 has been pulled back a little bit, but it's still doing a good job. Forcing the major and his infantry back. At least for the moment. An armored car here for the Soviet Union, the American Lend-Lease. The Soviets are just trying to figure out what to do from here. Stock G is being requisitioned. We also have a Flammhetzer. I'm pretty sure that's a Flammhetzer because they're playing Storm. He's on the flank here. Handgrenadiers are doing their best to hold down here in the snow. Stock observation vehicle has been taking a hit there. There's something in the way there. That's a good shot there. Let's go force T-70 back. Oh, never mind, didn't have time to.
The enemy is trying to destroy a structure.
Okay, one more mortars have been brought here by the Wehrmacht. Also, we have a commander choice here too. I disliked it. Ooh, interesting choice. Artillery opens fire. Someone down here. Try and take the German part of the town. Oh, well, city. This is more like a city than a town. This is one of the more urban maps available in vanilla, I'm pretty sure, and it's a damn good map too. Nice to see there's so much action going on. KV-8 flamethrower tanker arrived here for the Soviet Union, though, which is a very good urban combat vehicle. But the incendiary mortar rounds from the Germans are doing a pretty good job, all things considered. And the Panzer Division remains firmly dug in out here. Stock G moving up the road now. Staff Division is doing its best to hold its part. White and also remaining very close by. And see if we can oversee the front line. We didn't know there's a T-34 back there. The sniper team is still trying to apply some pressure here. The machine gun is just not allowing it. There's also called in a scatter around the front line. KV-1 has also arrived for the Soviet Union. Some heavy tank, but not that heavily armored at this point in the war. Flam has to push up. Oh, this is a dangerous weapon. He has lost his driver. Or at least his driver is injured at the moment. And you can just see the Flam is killing infantry. It's gonna go up, but there's no damage. Flamheads are just killing everything. This way they could have pulled the KVA out to just stun it with its own flames. Looks like it's taking some damage there, but they're still able to move. But the Service 40 HQ is now a bit more or less a memory after that Flamheads showed up. Looking at the southern point here. Pulling in more artillery down to Soviet's position. The Germans are still not having any luck advancing. Storm Pioneers are ready to try and move again with their EBSHs. Again, so a killing zone here from the Soviets. Losing the Storm Pioneers. But they do deny one structure. This is just a killing field. KV is advancing. Not easy fight with this Panzer IV. Well, so far it's getting some good shots and it's been immobilized though.
We have lost a Granatwerfer squad.
Flamheads and Panzerjägers are pushing up though. The Storm Pioneers with the Panzer Strike, not the Panzerjäger. As the Flamheads just also immense disruption as the KV for a bit. The stock gets taken out on the southern flank here by the T-34-76. Flamheads decides to advance slowly again. Gets hit by the KV-1. But falls back. You know, the Surge are trying to apply pressure with their shock troopers up here, but they're kind of been funneled in thanks to the reinforced barbed wire. Which I honestly don't think is to their advantage, even though they are laying down a lot of good fire with those PPSHs. Been able to suppress the Pioneers here behind the sandbags. Now the Panzerjäger getting up here with the Sturmgewehr. And MP4 is there, fully automatic. They start going out. Just forced to steer the shock troopers back briefly. And now that the shock troopers are suppressed, they're not going to be easy to get out of suppression. It's I think they have an ability called for Stalin, which allows them to just break suppression. They honor a lot of automatic fire here. Also, MP4 is under focus 20s. That's just a lot of MP40s. New Storm Pioneers here to support another Stuk G. 242 is also being requisitioned. So it's remained firmly locked in the center there, bring up a lot more KV-1s. Which up there understuck. Right, it's Sis up there, I think. Incendiary mortar is doing some good engine damage there to the KVs. Transport here now in the center. Germans have to do a lot to just hold this little junction, but the Germans are still losing on points. Here, rockets. Oh, it's an able weapon in this part of the map. Pulled in by a German officer, no doubt. Trying to service more of their ground. Oh, called in by the observation stock. Makes sense. Also, Panzer IV G is now being requisitioned here by the division. They're probably going to try and build up a number of them before they advance. Also, artillery going in though. Leveling more building blocks, but the Panzer IV H survives. The city is so far taking a lot of damage here. So it's pushing up through this initial artillery strike. Good shot down from the stock, but the stock is gonna get overrun by a bazooka potentially. Still has infantry cover, so it might actually hold on. Yeah, takes up to the T-34. That the Wehrmacht is gonna try and push out again. Ulmor takes up the rest of the tank hunters. The flamethrower on a Volkskrieger score is not something you usually are prepared for in these close quarters. Ultra on a note. That takes them out more or less unless they retreat. Now the Storm Pioneers show up. Like both sides are just having a long-winded fight here. Shock Army has even placed a trap there. Wow, they are really prepared for everything in case the Germans try to break through that fence. Lots of KVs have been set up here by the Soviets. They're also setting up a 100mm 80 gun. Can be very dangerous in certain circumstances. Sochi took a good shot there from Mthis. The Soviet Capitan remains nearby here, keeping an eye on things. Well, there's 242 is now present. Soviet recon team here.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
He decides to push through the main roads. They're being hauled by a Panzer IV and a pack. There's one incendiary mortar shells landing around the Soviet positions. There's a another forward HQ. Ensure they can remain in tip-top shape. And first being requisitioned here by the Panzer Division. Will certainly help. 100mm is now set up though, to keep an eye on this little narrow corner. Vicious Penals are advancing. Somewhat.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Osterhäusern are getting some good shots in. This is opening fire. Trying to blast out the German part of the city again. So far, that 40 HQ is holding on though. How long? Who gets hit there by a bazooka? Nice position around being by the stock. Just destroys the wreck, nothing else. More of the city is on fire. Small artillery gets called in. The city is just falling into ruin under the Soviet artillery strikes. You see, the Soviets don't kid around with all the artillery they can call in. One more conscripts have been repositioned now. They do prepare for some kind of massive infantry push. Like, it makes sense. Conscripts are very good at securing ground when you can get them through en masse. Contours on the field as well now for the Waffen-SS. Trying to keep around while under fire. That's artillery. Oh, that's huge! Oh, shit. That's from the shock captain, isn't it? Yeah, that was from the shock captain, I'm pretty sure. We didn't get to see it. 152mm fire mission, but the Germans did pull back safely. And you can see how big that barrage was. Oh, big Panzer IV push here from the Light Division. Still have any impact. Meaning with the KB1s in the center. KB1 is so far not taking any damage. There we go, now it's taking hits. There's a 1 Panzer IV though. Heavy armor is starting to suffer issues. As we also have the armored vehicles fighting down here. Panzer's trying to do some kind of an infantry push here, but the baby tiger is now present. And so it's decided to pull back because of that. We get an AT grenade off, destroying the main gun. He wants to relocate to the main street. This is going on. A Panthers push through up here. Looks like the Panzer Division took the chance after that artillery strike the Soviets did. Waiting for the Panther, and then it started advancing. Good to see. That's a good counter assault there from the Germans. But the Panther is hitting mines. The mines are not enough. He wants to push through. Pushing up heavily on this Panzer IV-J. That's focusing now. We do have a Sturmtiger that has been called in though. This could be a game changer. It generally is. Especially if utilized correctly. But it might have to get used much quicker than it wants to be. Well, the Panzer's are getting up on the flank here, taking out 1 KV. As both KV's gone.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
And more Panthers are arriving for the German army on the northern flank. We have an IS-2 arriving here for the shock army. The Soviets are suddenly having issues. Yeah, but the artillery division is starting to set up its own howitzers here. AP round below here by the IS-2. But the Panther backs off. And yeah, 1 AP round is all it takes from the IS if it penetrates. You know, the Sturmtiger is moving about, trying to find a spot to support. Panzer IV are waiting down here for repairs. Lots of the vehicles need repairs down here. As more conscripts are pushing up. Light might get overrun. He has to pull out of that. The southern flank of the Wehrmacht has suffered heavy losses. They're still holding on thanks to all the Panzer support. Take a fight on the other Soviet forward HQ here. Leveling it. Double heavy mortars has arrived for the Soviets though, just applying more pressure. Trying to hit around where the German infantry is protecting their panzers at the northern flank. Oh boy. Oh, so much action going on. There's also a mine up there. Yeah, the Soviets did a lot of mines. It's not been enough. At least not yet. We have an ISU or SU-152 in the field as well. And the Soviets are a lot more heavier anti-tank vehicles to work with, although I think that's more of a assault gun intended to deal with other targets. Flamheads again just breaking through everything thanks to his flamethrower. Now the Valonians to push up to the victory points. And the Germans finally try and stop the bleed of victory points again. All of the city just collapses. This is an ISU-122, I think, unique to motorized. Has the same gun as the IS-2, but on the chest of the ISU-152. IS-2 moves about here. Panther is going to move up to try and intercept. AP round has been loaded though. Oh, good shot from the Panther. Panther decides to back off, realize what could happen. I want to get risk hit by an AP round. Those are securing the victory point again. KV8 is on the move. House around just flying around the ruins of this town. Well, city. Maybe Howard's is also hitting down there. Yeah, I think I got the big Howard's at the 152. I can lay down a lot of fire, as you can see. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with their infantry now. They do have another path from the likely to be shown now. The Loans are going to try and push up here against the Soviet Union. The Soviets are still bleeding the Germans off points slowly. Slowly and steadily. But the Soviet infantry is starting to push from the southern flank here. The armored vehicles just need infantry support. Panzers are able to get too close. You know, the Flameheads are again pressuring this other victory point. Balloon is ready to push again. The Loyalman also remains around and active. ISU 122 on the move. We're going to try and take out these German vehicles if we can. Get some infantry support near it though. Of course, what these recons are going to try to do is give it some sight. Stone Tiger takes out of some support weapons for the 4 teams for that T-34, but nothing else. Double Eyes pushing on the northern flank. Yeah, a very good fight here. A lot of action has been happening across most of the front. This has been a very good fight so far. And so the Light Division is setting up its own force to support here. Moving forwards. Although moving like that, it's not going to give them a lot of cover out there. They're not going to be able to be suppressed when they're close to their tanks. I get a feeling Pro-Fencer might be a new player. At least to Spearhead/Ironside. They're doing their best to support here. A little bit of a push. Now, if just the Panzer Division would support as well. Need the Panther pushes up. Just forcing me if to head on like that, it's not going to work out well all the time. And just blobbing out your tanks is not going to work well either. But the ISs are taking some hits. Hits that are actually doing some damage. SU-152 is present though. The extra panzers is just too much here for the Soviets to handle at the moment. One vehicle gets taken down there by the SU-152. The Panzer keeps trying to advance. Here's the problem with the IS-2 after all. It actually is not that decent dealing with massed enemy armor because it needs to actually load an AP round whenever it wants to deal with a tank. Although sometimes a high explosive round is enough. And now the Soviet infantry gets close and the AT grenades will be more than adequate. Generally. The Panther is still advancing. SU-152 gets completely destroyed. And the Soviets chance to get it back. As a wave of Panzerviki advances here. Happy upgrade with improved anti-tank grenades. The AT grenades take out the Panthers.
The enemy has destroyed a Panzer.
So it's now ready to advance again. Panthers took a big hit there from Mthis. Not actually a big hit, but it did do some damage. Someone flanked the Soviets still trying to push up here. After this, he's gonna try and hold them back. Imagine Pro Fence is the one who left. Something, I don't know. But we'll find out at some point. Gonna serve it on a secondary line here. Yeah, there we go. Pro Fence out there. I assume they were a new player. We're so far in the match here, I'm not gonna stop just because an AI has taken over. Because it's been a good match so far. Well, it sucks for the Germans that happened. Two more artillery goes in there and the German positions. They still have a lot of panzers back here they can use somewhat. Now they have a Stupa for support as well, which can do a lot of work. Very good dealing with entrenched positions. Southern flank here, the Soviets are just remaining in position. Tiger is... Tiger. There it is. It's trying to reload back here, so they pulled all the way back to base to reload. Probably the safe bet here at the moment. More stocks are being requisitioned. The Stupa just is blowing up Soviet positions. But Soviet artillery quickly are firing back in the German areas. But the Germans have suffered a lot of ground. Most of the town is, or city is now in Soviet hands. Oh, just a smoking ruin, as you can see. The city has taken very heavy damage in a very short amount of time. Also some rifle veterans here. Unique to a rifle division. You can only have one of them at a time though. Very good infantry, however, for the Soviets. So we have some nations being dropped in to allow the Soviet artillery division to keep firing. We have a head, the Flam heads on the move again. Ooh, that's going to be a problem here. Those are not prepared for another Flam heads down here. Flam heads can do so much work in such a short amount of time, as you can see. Although sometimes the graphics are a little bit weird for where it's actually hitting. I imagine that's just a limitation of what they can do with the engine. I still having a fight here with the Panther. Panther does not want to take that fight yet. Does not want to get hit by an AP round and risk it going straight through itself. I believe that big explosion was from the Stupa, probably. Also some stormtroopers here for the Waffen that's moving about. Now that the Germans have an AI in their team, that the AI will start to just get a lot of stuff out, pushing every now and then. I guess still apply some pressure, but that's really about it. Panzerfaust in the trench, and I guess the AI can do that. That doesn't really do much. Intriguing to see how the AI does sometimes, I guess. Stupa is gonna open fire here. Because the Stupa does not need direct line of sight to fire, by the way. And a great choice in this kind of environment. I made some managed to back off there just in time. Also, a command panther here for the AI. Goes to have several IS-2s. Germans are moving to the secure victory point again. Or at least attempting to. Or gets taken out quickly by an explosion. Postgres tried to assault down here but failed. But the Valonians have been able to push a little bit further up. But I feel the Soviets need to get some more infantry out. Electronic here could easily afford to get several shock troopers out. They're actually capped on manpower to replace their losses. Fighting's going to continue for a while, I reckon. This is something fire again, probably hitting the German side of the city again. Yep. So he's trying to hunt the Germans out of the city. Before being flanked by Command Panther. Gets taken out by it when another T-54 is showing up. And Super takes out another shot here, almost killing some shock troopers, but did miss. Man Pants are got another good shot in. T-54 tries to ram. Rams, but gets destroyed in the attempt. It's not a... Generally ramming is a very risky maneuver. And will easily get you killed if you are ramming the wrong thing. King Tiger is being prepared by the Panzerdivision. There's more Soviet house around the landing in. Just destroying more and more structures. Not gonna be much of a city left after this. As you can see, like, much of the city is just complete rubble at this point. Another stupid shot going in, I think. Yep, there it is. If you're trying to ram over the open ground, which is just, you know, not a good maneuver. Cuba is loading another round, I reckon. But the Soviets are still down here with the ISU 122. Or Konskos going up behind as well. Destroying the Flamheads with one round there. Stocks have set up in a defensive position up here. But Germans need to get more infantry and they need the Agnes and Grenadiers to help supplement the front line. More artillery shells just lying around. Super interface with the Fonsaviki. And almost takes them out there. That's just going on the flank of a Command Panther. 8C grades do very little though, because he's in the unupgraded version. That's house around just lay waste to the German side of the city. Those are pushing up for the other victory point up here, the third one. They can really start to get the victory points hit going. It's been a good defense attempt from the Wehrmacht though. Let's see if the King Tiger can turn things around. It's gonna be a very important factor if it does. Need to get some more Pepsi here. I need to drink so many things here. Oh, that's a huge artillery barrage. Yikes. Even the German part of the city, a complete mess. As you can see, it just completely destroys a part of the map.
One of our panzers has been destroyed.
King Tiger is now arriving, which could actually deal with the IS-2s potentially. But it still needs to be careful. The IS-2s with an AP round can still just break through it. It looks like the AI is also teething to get a King Tiger. Oh boy. But the AI can get units that the faction or the commander they pick normally cannot. That little bit extra of a challenge to for the fact it's so dumb, I reckon. And now there's two King Tigers on the field. Oh, dang, Master's one, they got a penetrating shot from the T-54 immediately. Of course, takes us the T-54 in one shot. No, much of a surprise there. Walker Sister rockets going in. Looks like the vehicles were lucky. Super pushes up again slowly. Very careful on how they hold the ground. Ooh, the drive wheels are damaged though, not a good sign. We also have some Belarusian irregulars on the field here. We need some motorized. Don't really get to see them that often, but they essentially guerrilla infantry you can sneak about and do other shitty stuff with. But on an urban map, I'm not sure how useful they'll be at this point. There's a lot of artillery still going on. Just laying the streets bare. King Tiger's on the advance. We'll probably get some more to follow up behind it. It's gonna be very hard for the Soviets to deal with this King Tiger unless they get lucky and a AP round from an IS-2 goes straight through it. I suppose that could happen. The conscripts are still trying to fight down here, but the stocks and the other weapons are taking care of them. Now the ISU 122 is here. Which the stock is going to have issues with. Those conscripts still trying to advance. The Belarusians are also present. Up here, the King Tiger is ready to advance again. But the Germans are losing victory points pretty fast because the Soviets control all 3 victory points. Lots of Soviet infantry there. Will they be able to hold against 2 King Tigers? That's the question. Yeah, time to get close enough for Captain Panzerfaust. And Stone Seagull also opens fire on the infantry, so I feel that's a waste of it, but who am I to judge? Stupa is loading a heat round. Will he get it off? It does! Takes out the ISU 122, but now the T-34 is too close. They're both too close to each other. But I think the T-34 has a better close range attempts than the Stupa does. Oh, fails to penetrate the rear there. Stupa needs to get close, but they're too close to use the Panzer Strike. And get driven to pieces. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. That Stupa might be in big trouble. Yeah, I got another good shot there. But I don't think the Germans can save it. Nope, Stupa gets cleared out. It's still technically recoverable though. And now the T-34 is going for this command half-track. Stupa's been recruited. I think it was just a vain attempt to try and save the command half-track from being hit. Let's force the T-34 to focus on the Stupa for a bit. That's like an idea to get closer to the Panzerfaust. Actually, not even a Panzerfaust, just an attack rifle grenade. Oh god! Here comes the Panzer H. There we go, a Panzer Strike hits it. And up here, looks like the IS-2 is still ready. ISU 152 pushes up here to deal with a King Tiger, on an attempt to anyway. Oh, that's too close. I suppose it does not do enough. I should reload a lot faster. Yep, takes out the ISU 152. The force have been set up very close to the front line here. Intends to just shell the Germans into oblivion by the looks of it. I don't think the baby tank can take out the stock. Hans Brace is gonna go for the flank. Takes out damn one shot there. Not too bad. This has been a very long-winded match, but not as long as others. But I feel the Soviets have this handled because they're just bleeding the Germans dry points. But it's nice to see an urban map, especially in the winter. We rarely get to see those. And so much destruction. To think at the start of this game, this city was practically intact. And just look at it now, most of it is just a complete wasteland. It really shows you how battles can change things, doesn't it? Air control King Tiger tries to advance. Like a heat round for a T-34, which it does damage it. Doesn't kill it though. 80 grenade takes out the King Tiger. That's why I don't want to get too close to Soviet infantry. The 80 grenade is actually pretty damn formidable. Germans are still going to try and go for a victory point here. Just try and slow the bleeds. They get taken out there by a what? What killed it? Is that an 80 rifle? Might have been an 80 rifle actually. But now the King Tiger advances. T-34 is going to try and ram. Oh, got a good shot in. And then rammed, shocking the crew. The IS-2s now needs to get into action. Need to try and get rid of that King Tiger as fast as they can. The King Tiger will back off for repairs. Oh, that's some big artillery shells around it. That's big explosions near the King Tiger. But a bleed of victory points is happening at the moment. Although I think the Germans have started to set up their own howitzers. Yep, Storm Tactics have started to set up their own howitzers to counter barrage. King Tiger gets taken out though by some kind of artillery shell. Probably from a B4. And some Panther gets taken out there by an IS-2. I think it's about to be over. I feel like this is over. Looks like the Soviets have discovered. Some of them even left too after that. Soviets are just advancing up. And yeah, at this point the remaining German team surrenders. A pretty good match. A shame about the people who dropped, but I feel this match was too good to not just continue casting. Let's look at all the devastation here. Well, I'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye bye.